afternoon, YouTube. Oh, man, does it feel good to be back. I apologize for being out last week. There is something stupid going on around here, clearly. And it obviously was a common cold. It left me bedridden. Oh, my God, it sucked something awful, let me tell you. But I am back. I'm 100% and I feel good and ready to get into this episode. Before we get started, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button to help this channel grow and help out the YouTube algorithm. And while I'm on the subject of helping things grow, do not forget to click the link in the description of this video and click on the tab that says Reaper Apparel. They have amazing clothing, hoodies, t-shirts, I'm pretty sure shorts. And then on top of that, if you're not in the mood for clothing, they have some awesome accessories. Again, be sure to check it all out at Reaper Apparel. Click the link in the description and be sure to use code NoMercySports10 for 10% off your entire purchase. Now, without further ado, oh my God, this is going to feel so good to say because it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on YouTube. And I guarantee by the end of this episode, you will know whose game it is with everybody saying, "No Mercy Sports."
Nobody can stop me now.
Let me talk to you. Oh my God, it feels good to be back. There has been so much going on the past 2 weeks, I would say. Grant, albeit a lot were moving on from the first round of the NFL draft was just last night. Do not worry. We are going to get into that for a bit. But right now, we're going to start off with the first topic. However, before I get to the first topic, I got the man, the myth, the legend himself with some big spicy takes. Mr. Spicy Big Mac, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, brother? Glad to be here.
Oh, my God. I mean, Jesus, what a night last night with the NFL draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, listen. The Ravens picked up, in my opinion, one of the best cornerbacks in the draft.
Oh, yeah?
I thought this guy was going to be gone in the 20s. No way did I think that he was going to last. I mean, Wilkins, Jesus, like you're talking the second fastest guy in the entire draft.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? We're going to get into the NFL draft in a bit, but right now there was another draft that happened last week, albeit that I missed it because due to a common cold that was going around here in Texas, but like we discussed 2 weeks ago, with the people coming out of the women's college basketball teams, this class was absolutely stacked. And it was no surprise that Caitlin Clark went number 1 overall to the Indiana Fever. However, I honestly think that Chicago was the team that really stole the show, picking up LSU player Angel Reese and South Carolina player Kamilla Cardosa.
Yeah.
That being said, going into the 2024 season for the WNBA, which team are you excited for and have high expectations after the WNBA draft last week?
So, I mean, Indiana. I want to see Indiana, like Caitlin Clark. I'm starting. Let's be honest here. You know, Chicago's going to be something exciting too. Where you picked up Cardosa and Angel Reese. Like, yeah, that's fucking exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that even Caitlin Clark, as soon as Indiana drafted her, sold out jerseys left and right. It was like 5 minutes afterwards that after Clark got drafted, that jerseys were already sold out.
I mean, absolutely. You're talking about it like for women's basketball, she is a generational player.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the team that stole the show in the draft. It's been a hot minute since Chicago has seen a championship winning team. And with Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardosa on the Chicago Sky, I think Chicago is going to deliver a few national championships or few WNBA
I was
championships their
about to
way.
say this is a little bigger than
Yeah, I was going to say
national.
national championships. What am I talking about here? Oh my God. It's been crazy. But let's move on from the WNBA draft because we have something bigger that's going on that, much like the MLB playoffs, goes unrecognized, and that is the NHL playoffs. And they are in full swing right now. Yeah. Now, last year, it would be the Vegas Golden Knights to emerge as a chance winning their first Stanley Cup since they came into the league in 2017. They currently hold the number 2 spot of the wild card, and right now, I believe they're up on Dallas 2-0, I believe. I might have to look back on that. But Nashville is, man, they are essentially having their way with Vancouver right now, which is kind of hard to believe. But the last team that we were able to see go back-to-back and hoist up Lord Stanley was the 2020-2021 Tampa Bay Lightning. Can the Knights repeat as champions again, or are they going to come up short?
I think they're going to come up short.
Yeah, there's a lot of 50-plus win teams that are in the playoffs right now that look damn near unbeatable. I mean, hell, the Rangers won the President's Cup or President's Trophy. Something like they ended up being the best team in the NHL.
I mean, again, for me, like I really want to see the Avalanche win. That's my dark horse of the playoffs. I really like them. I like the Oilers. Like don't like they're a good team, but it's just like what I want to see and what's actually going to happen is usually two different things when it comes to hockey.
Right, absolutely. No, there's no doubt about that. I mean, right now, if Chris was here, I would get into a whole ass heated debate with him and explain why the Florida Panthers are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Now, again, granted, the Rangers are obviously the best team in the playoffs right now, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Because I believe last year the Boston Bruins were the best team in the NHL, and they blew a 3-1 lead to the Panthers. So again, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and Boston clearly could not get the job done. Oh, man, Jesus. Soccer kicked my ass this morning for PT. Forgot how much endurance you need to actually play the game. And we played on a shortened field.
I'm a goalie, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I honestly had to stay back and play defense. I was just like, nah. It might be my 34th birthday today, but I'm not going to try and kill myself running around and having my lungs on fire.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, my God. But, hey, speaking of the Rangers, the Knicks, of all teams, I'm actually surprised, are in the playoffs. And the last time, I believe, seeing the Knicks and Rangers in the playoffs, we got to go all the way back to 1994.
I'm just going to tell you, they have been robbed of their season, okay? If Randall doesn't go down, are you kidding me? Like, they are, I mean, an actual NBA championship contender.
Yeah.
Look at what this team has done with the backup guys and the role players.
Look what they're doing to the Sixers right now.
Look, I hope they beat the Sixers.
I hope so too. I mean, there was a lot of controversy at the end of Game 2 in Madison Square Garden, but at the same time, every coach would have a mindset of running like all the way to the ref, like on the baseline where they are, in their face, calling a timeout before that ball even gets passed in to try and regroup, recuperate, and draw up another play that would help them. Not Nick. Nobody besides Nick Nurse would stand there like a dumbass and call a timeout and preach to the refs, "Hey, I was calling a timeout." Well, we didn't see it. Sucks to fucking suck, nerd. Oh my God. But it's still crazy that we're seeing both the New York Rangers and the New York Knicks in the playoffs right now.
It's a good time to be a New York fan.
I'm telling you. I mean, in 1994, or actually, back when the Rangers first captured their first Stanley Cup in the 1939-1940 season, that was crazy. Like right now, they're, like I said, arguably the best team in the playoffs. And then, meanwhile, the Knicks have been trying to capture the glorious NBA trophy since the 1973 season. But for both teams, this year feels different. They both have talent, they both have swag, and they both have passion. Can we possibly see both New York teams walk away with a title this year?
I like fairy tales, and it sounds real good. But, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously other teams in the playoffs that are just as hungry. I mean, we got the defending champs making mincemeat out of the fucking LA Lakers right now.
I mean, they did that last year also.
Yeah, they're 11-0 going back to December of 2022 against the Lakers. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, if LA doesn't do something and do something soon, then the Lakers are going to be taking an early vacation to the Bahamas, to fucking Cancun, whatever.
It's over.
Yeah.
The LeBron era with the Lakers is over.
Yeah. And we're seeing the LeBron effect as well, because as soon as a team gets LeBron, they decimate their entire future to put players around LeBron to try and win one trophy out of the 4 years that he is there.
So this is going to be LeBron's last year.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's going to go in at free agents. Okay, he's going to be a free agent.
Prez don't rule.
Then turn around, and wherever Bronny, whoever picks up Bronny in the draft, that's where LeBron's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. And then he's gonna do his goodbye tour with Bronny and try to win one more.
Yeah, he can try, but the only thing he's going to come close to is the in-season tournament, and that's it.
I mean, it all depends on who picks up Bronny.
Yeah, true.
I mean, because you got to understand, like, LeBron doesn't need money.
Yeah, he's got plenty of that, especially with.
So all I'm saying is, imagine a team like the Kings picking up Bronny, and then you got LeBron saying, "Hey, I want to sign on here too."
Yeah, but
we'll run the second team, right? So we'll be out there 20 minutes a game running the second team. LeBron running LeBron being the sixth man. You goddamn right, baby.
I honestly don't. Right. I don't see LeBron being a sixth man anytime soon, because ever since he came into the league, he's been the face of every franchise that he went to.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you. Like,
no, true.
LeBron is not the face of the franchise anymore.
Yeah, clearly, because look what the Nuggets are doing to the LeBron and the Lakers right now. The Preds rule. No, they don't. No, they don't. We will see come the second round.
They're good.
They are good. We will see come the second round what the Nashville Predators can do. but enjoy because it is a party in Nashville tonight. It might be a party, but Nashville better bring that A game. Now, it's one thing to win a championship in sports. It is another thing to win back to back. The Chiefs would be the first team since the 2003-2004 Patriots to win back-to-back Super Bowls. And in case anybody doesn't know how long ago that was, 2003-2004, fucking Facebook was created. Fucking people that were born in 2000 want to say, oh, yeah, we went through the hardship as well. Motherfuckers, no, you didn't. You didn't know about the flip phone era, having to press 9 5 goddamn times for one fucking letter. You don't know the struggle. That's how long it's been since we've seen a team win back-to-back Super Bowls. Oh, God.
Like, bro, 1-800-CALLATT, motherfucking 1-800-COLLECT with motherfucking Carrot
You
Top.
have a collect call from, hey, Mama Speak, you can come pick me up? Do you accept the charges? No, I'm on my way. Click.
That shit was
Oh, man. And as I mentioned earlier, the last time we saw a repeat champion for hockey was the 2020-2021 Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, the last time we saw a back-to-back championship basketball team was the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors. And the last time we saw a back-to-back champion in baseball, we got to go back to the last part of the 90s when the Yankees dominated everything. 1998, 1999, and 2000. It was a three-peat for the New York Yankees. But with the playoffs for basketball and hockey starting, we're going to get into football soon. We got plenty of time before the season kicks off. But we are damn near in full swing with baseball. Between the teams of the Nuggets, who are the defending champs in the NBA playoffs right now, the Golden Knights, who are the defending champs in the NHL playoffs, and with baseball season underway, the Rangers being the defending champs, which team has the best chance to go back-to-back this year?
Kansas City.
A three-peat for Kansas City?
Yeah. I mean, out of all of those teams, my money would be on Kansas City.
Damn.
Okay, just saying, like, what was their biggest woes? Wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
What did they just go get?
Xavier Worthy.
One of the top 3 wide receivers in the draft. Am I right?
No, you absolutely right.
I mean, bro, they're gonna
fucking shit the bed. They really just helped their arch rival just get that much better. The fucking idiot. Who the hell is Josh Allen going to throw to going into this season? Gabe Davis is literally hit or miss every game. It's unfucking real.
Gabe Davis ain't even there no more. He don't even have Gabe Davis, does he?
Oh, my. Bills are screwed. That experiment with Josh Allen is fucking over. Oh, my God. Josh, look, if I'm you, demand a trade out of there. Go somewhere where you can actually fucking win and actually have some wide receivers. Have a tight end, for Christ's sake.
Listen. Let me talk to you. If Josh Allen went to the Raiders, I'm just saying, if there was ever a time for the Raiders to say, listen, let's go get a guy. Yes. You got your coach. You got your coach. You got a defense. All you're missing is a quarterback. You got weapons.
They
got plenty of weapons.
Josh Allen and Devontae Adams, that is scary. But we already know that Buffalo probably, more than likely, probably won't even pull the trigger. They fucking missed out on Xavier Worthy. Probably the fastest wide receiver that was in the combine this year.
I said this
I
is.
just
I mean, yeah, this is exciting.
it is exciting. Is round 2 currently on right now?
I don't have it on right now.
Okay.
Everything is like pre-shows.
Yeah, that's really no surprise. Uh, However, though, speaking of the draft, the first round is officially in the books. Now, with the first round and the first 5 picks, we all know who's going to go where. I mean, I didn't want to accept that Caleb Williams was going to go to the Chicago Bears. I would have rather that the Chicago Bears pick Michael Penix Jr. instead of MPJ going to the Atlanta Falcons. Personally, I really don't know why people are in such an uproar about that. Like, I mean, look, if Kirk Cousins goes down, then obviously you have your QB for the future and then some to replace him. I mean, look, Kirk Cousins already signed a 4-year, $180 million contract with $100 million fully guaranteed.
Put it down.
No, the fuck they didn't. They didn't shit all over themselves. They did not. Kirk Cousins is coming off an Achilles season-ending Achilles injury. Who knows what percentage he's at for being healthy going into this season? So, I mean, look, if Kirk Cousins gets injured again for the season, that's an easy $25 million in his pocket. And MPJ can step in on a fucking rookie deal. Oh, my.
I mean, absolutely. Like, for me, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever that this guy would even give 2 shits about it. Right?
Exactly.
Like, if I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm literally sitting here like, great. Now I have a backup to where if something happens to me and I go down, I know our team can still win.
Yeah. I mean, and then on top of that, you think about the amount of talent that the Atlanta Falcons have.
And this is, again, it's the whole thing is like they're taking Penix as he's a project player. He's not somebody who they're like, well, Kurt, well, what we're going to do is we're going to have you compete with him in camp, and if he beats you out, looks like you're riding the bench, bud.
Yeah,
that would be fucking stupid.
Exactly. Atlanta knows that Kirk Cousins is their quarterback going into this season, and MPJ is just a dude that's going to sit on the sideline. Oh, well, you know what? When it comes time for MPJ to get a contract, he's going to be 29. Who gives a fucking shit? Kirk Cousins is 34, and he just secured $100 million.
Hold on. How old was Aaron Rodgers when he started?
Oh,
how old was Aaron Rodgers when he started for Green Bay? What was he, 26, 27 years old?
Something like that, yes.
And that is literally to my point. Like, quarterbacks can play until their late 30s, early 40s.
Or if you're Tom Brady, damn near 50.
But exactly. But that's my whole point.
Yes.
Okay, especially with the rules that protects them.
And especially with the especially with the new rules being embedded. It's like, oh, well, you can't do a hip drop tackle. You can't do this. You can't do that. You lay a finger on the quarterback. That's an automatic roughing the passer, even though you just boop. Getting a little off topic here, but like I was saying, with the first 5 picks, we already know who's going to go where. However, usually there's a diamond in the rough waiting to make the team that he goes to that much better. Just making that the team is one player away and they get that player to be a playoff contending team or even a Super Bowl contending team. So, after the first round and moving forward, which team looks like they could get that one player that can help them be a playoff?
San Francisco did last night. Ricky Pearsall or however you say it, Pearsall. I don't know how exactly you say it, but when I tell you, like that with this pickup, he played for the Florida Gators. Okay,
Okay.
like very Anquan Bolden, but fast.
Ooh.
Like one-handed catch into traffic, took two big ass hits, held on to it. I mean,
Damn.
multiple sideline catches, multiple catches where he's catching in traffic, taking the hit, and laying a lick.
Jesus.
So, I mean, look, San Francisco, them dirty some bitches. How the fuck they get better? How did they get better?
I honestly don't know. Like, you really would have thought that because even the last 2 years with their quarterback situation, that they would have gotten. I mean, granted, things are working with Brock Purdy, but they would have gotten somebody who can help solidify them with like a legit talent under center. Now, like I said, Brock Purdy is clearly him, but at the same time, like he was Mr. Irrelevant, and look at the weapons that San Francisco even has.
Oh, I mean, for sure. But understand this, like the whole thing is okay. Uh, let's be honest here. Even with all the talent that San Francisco has, like me and you could go out there and make a few plays,
True.
but are we going to win a fucking Super Bowl? No. You
As
have to
long
be
as
a
Kyle
competent.
Shanahan is head coach, no, he won't.
See, and that's the whole thing. Like, he's one of the few coaches that, even though he's gotten to the big stage, a couple times now, and he
Yeah.
hasn't won it, it's still like, dude, he's a hell of a coach. He's
He
a hell
is.
of a fucking coach.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. It's just more so like, look, you need to coach the team to hold a double-digit lead, increase that double-digit lead, and finally get the fucking win. Not blow it 2 out of the 3 times on the biggest stage of them all when it comes to football. Ay.
It's definitely but that's what I love about this time of the year. That's what I love about the NFL draft. Like,
Mhm.
I'm so pumped up because you never know. You never know. It could be your first round pick. It could be your third round pick. It could be a seventh round pick that comes through and becomes a superstar on your team.
Absolutely.
And I mean, so that's the best thing about today. Actually, this whole weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. But yeah, so for now we're gonna stay with the NFL draft. Why? Because something was really brought to my attention that I really had time to think about and reflect on when the Falcons made their pick. Because after last night, Michael Penix Jr. became the 6th quarterback, left-handed quarterback to be selected in the first round. In the drafts in the past, who are the other 5 quarterbacks that have been picked, left-handed quarterbacks that have been picked in the first round?
Hmm.
4 out of 5 of them
Boomer,
are obvious.
Boomer Esiason, Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, the most obvious one.
Um, what the fuck? There's another one. I'm sitting here fucking forgetting.
AFC East,
Um,
South Beach.
Tua.
Yep.
I
Yep.
know Tua. Was it Steve? Was Steve Young draft? No, Steve Young wasn't a first round pick.
No. So what I was hearing was because of like 1984, like it really didn't count or
Okay, yeah.
some fucking technicality bullshit.
Was Jim McMahon? No, Jim McMahon wasn't left handed, was he? I'm trying to think. I know, like.
So Reggie Bush was
Demarcus
in the back.
Russell Demarcus Russell was he left-handed?
No.
Oh,
So Reggie Bush was a running back for this USC team in the mid 2000s. Who was their quarterback?
Was it Matt Liner?
Yes, sir.
Damn. I forgot all about him.
Yeah. Yeah, so did everybody else.
This
This is the most obvious one. I'm surprised that didn't come to mind. Played with the Denver Broncos. How he kept that 2008 national championship winning team in Florida in check is beyond me.
Daddy, can you please? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
It was a certain time when this quarterback stepped on the field and took over for Denver. We've already seen Dame time.
I'm trying to think of left-handed quarterback for Denver.
Yep. Big old white boy.
I mean, ain't most of them? I mean, I know Elway was not left-handed.
No, I don't think he was.
Yeah, no.
Trust me, when I say this name, you're gonna fucking lose it.
Was it Osweiler? No, Osweiler wasn't left-handed.
No.
Keenan wasn't.
He was under center when the Broncos beat the Steelers in the playoffs, when the new overtime rules were implemented back in 2010.
In 2010.
He was a man of God.
Oh, shit, Tebow. Fuck.
Yes.
Again, he's one of those guys like, I mean, brother, I mean, can we be real here? My man had 2 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, his stint was so short that it was just like.
But it was so memorable when he finally went under center for Denver because they were 2-8. He put them on a 6-game win streak, and somehow, some way, they got to the AFC Championship to play the Patriots, only to get their asses kicked, but still.
I mean, yeah. And then could you, like, I'm just saying, like, could you imagine him waking up and praying the next day and saying, "Thank you, God. Thank you for letting me succeed." And then the next day,
Thank you
get
for
that
giving me
phone
this
call.
moment to like.
Hey, we're just letting you know we're bringing in Peyton.
Yep.
Yeah, no, not Peyton off the practice squad. We're bringing in Peyton Manning. Yeah, we're gonna figure out who hopefully somebody wants you. But yeah, we just letting you know we're bringing in Peyton. All right, thanks.
Yep. Yeah, the Broncos absolutely shit the bed letting Tebow go. They could have been one of the best teams with a mobile quarterback and one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
I mean, listen, I'll say this. Tebow would have had flashes in the pan, but you're going to tell me you think Tebow would have been, successful for more than 3 or 4 years? You're nuts.
Well, no, I'm saying he would be on the sideline when Peyton would be under center, and if the Broncos needed those crucial yards or the wildcat formation, Tebow was obviously the guy to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Peyton. Come on, man. I'm taking Peyton.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying that the Broncos could have been really good if they just kept Tebow, aside from getting Peyton.
I mean, but they did get really good because they got rid of Tebow and got Peyton.
They did. Their offense would have been damn near unstoppable.
I mean, 50-plus touchdowns was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that it was. Could have been. Hey, look, could have been more. Could have been more. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're gonna get away from football because we got more than enough time because when the season starts. But right now, we're gonna focus on some baseball right now because it is in full swing, and for certain teams, it's not looking good because they need to hit the panic button for crying out loud. I want to see if I got this straight. The Dodgers really spent over $1 billion. $1 billion to barely be above 500, and they have 3 MVPs on their team? No. They should have the same record as the Braves, the Yankees, the Indians, and then some. Hell, have a record like the fucking Royals, for Christ's sake. They beat Detroit 8-0, and they have 17 wins. But the Dodgers aren't the only top team, this early with early season struggles, as the defending champs, the Texas Rangers, are finding themselves in the 500 position right now. So as the season progresses, between the Dodgers or Rangers, which team has the best chance to bounce back and get some fucking traction under their feet?
I mean, let's be honest here. The Dodgers have a better opportunity to bounce back. I mean, again, look at the talent that they have on that team.
Yeah.
Like, so we can be 100% honest here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, their 1 through 5 hole is basically Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts, somebody else, Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts, somebody else, and then Shohei Ohtani. Yet, I mean, I know it takes a while for, like, top talent like that to get clicking, but you had all of spring training to get the click going, and now you're basically shitting the bed with it.
I mean, yeah, no, for sure. Again, like, the expectations versus reality thing sometimes hits a little harder than what most people expect. Like, our expectations are very high for this team because the amount of money is, very high for this team.
Yep, absolutely.
Again, they're not playing, Moneyball in a sense that, like the Oakland A's did. They're playing Moneyball the other way. They said, what we're going to do? We're going to buy a championship.
Yep.
They're
trying to buy wins. Yeah, they're trying to buy wins. They're trying to buy a championship instead of buying runs. That is the one thing they need. I mean, they had a 2-1 victory over the fucking Nationals yesterday. That should have been a decimation from the start. Now, granted, the Nationals are clearly a under-the-radar team that most people think are going to have a chance.
Getting ready to start. Just letting you know, on the NFL draft, the clock is getting ready to start.
Fucking bet. Yeah, like I was saying. Now, granted, the Nationals are that under-the-radar sneaky team that could actually have a pretty successful season this year. But, I mean, when the Dodgers won, 11-2, 11-3 a few nights ago, that should have basically been the score of the game throughout the entirety of the series between the Dodgers and Nationals.
I'm not going to lie. There's a few teams, like the Giants, I mean, we expected them to be bad, but not. I mean, I thought Diamondbacks too. Like, I'm just saying the NL West, I mean, it's been a big disappointment this year. I thought that was going to be one of the better ones this year, and it's not. That whole fucking division sucks.
Yeah,
and the same thing with the American League West. I don't know what's going on with the West Coast teams. Maybe they're starting off slow as hell, but I mean, for me, this is a big head scratcher because I mean, I definitely didn't think this was going to happen like this.
No, I didn't either. I mean, the Diamondbacks, the defending NL champ.
Orioles are number 1.
Yeah, but they sent Jackson Holiday back down.
Of course, dude, 1 for 35? 1 for 35, brother. Like you ain't seeing that ball.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, they probably should have just let him stay in the minor league system for the year and then called him up. But
again, he's going to get another opportunity later this year.
Yeah,
they're going to call him up again before the All-Star break, and if he comes in and his bat's getting hot and he's hitting, we know he can play defense. He's always been good at defense. Okay,
yeah.
Defense,
I mean, wasn't his dad good at defense as well?
Yeah, his dad was Matt Holliday.
Yeah,
you know who Matt Holliday is.
No, who the fuck is that?
I'm like, I believe he wore pinstripes for some years.
That he did. I think a good majority of his career, I'm pretty sure he spent with the St. Louis Cardinals.
I believe so.
Yeah. But I mean, look, I think all Jackson really needs is just a good pep talk from his dad. Just like, hey, shake it off, shake off the cobwebs, shake off the jitters. Like, you're in the big leagues now, okay? Just go out there and have fun like you used to in the backyard. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I mean that's it. The whole thing is it's when you're seeing different pitches. Like again, major leagues is major leagues, baby. I understand. There are some good pitchers, and most pitchers come up through the farm system, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, in reality, we're talking about two different caliber.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you might get one decent pitcher out of every 10 games, but
Yeah.
8 out of those 10 games you're going to be facing some top heat.
Absolutely.
So if you're not prepared for that, and that's not what you've been seeing, and what you're looking at looks late and your swing time is off. So that again, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's get your mechanics back. Let's see where we can fix what the problem is.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not defense, it's offense. The whole thing is you got to be able to get walks and you got to hit that ball.
Yeah. Like, let's help you get that confidence that you had going in spring training, in the minors, and like, let's help you bring that to the big stage so you can help us win some games, help us keep this core going on a hot streak. Because my God,
what is this kid, like 20 years old? You know what I mean? I mean, my man, he can literally, he could play back and forth in the minors and the majors for the next year or two.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be upset. And then he gets called up and, you know what I mean? Now he's, 21, 22 years old and he's ready to be an everyday guy. And like that's why I'm saying, like, they could keep him in now or they could wait and bounce back. It doesn't matter. He's super young. We're gonna have him for at least 6 years.
Yep. Plus the core that the Orioles already have, like, are gonna have no problem holding things down until he gets called back up again.
For sure.
I mean, like, the list goes on. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, fucking Kowser, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
These kids are just
and I talked up Kowser. And people, nah, man, like, come on, man. He's a good backup, and it's just like, nah, brother.
Not anymore. He ain't. The fucking fans love him.
Bro has been hitting homers.
Oh my God. I mean, look, the best thing I saw, they were showing highlights on the MLB network, and somebody brought a poster sign. It was a cow with a mix of Bowser. I lost it. I was like, that is brilliant. That is damn genius. You're working off his name, and you came up with a spirit animal.
Like, they got a commercial now for the Orioles. It's Cal Ripken Jr. And he's got his desk at shortstop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like the GM
office anymore.
The GM and the fucking one of the main owners, Dave something, but they're sitting there elbowing each other like, no, you tell him. No, you tell him.
Yeah.
Like,
should we just tell him that's not his office anymore?
Like, you tell him. Let him know his office is there. He's like, no, I'm the new guy. You tell him. You let him know his office is in there. So he's like, all right, I'll go tell him. And they're walking over to Cal, and he's just sitting there at his desk at shortstop. Like,
oh God, one of the best to ever grace a baseball field, Mr. fucking Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's a big part of the team, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm so happy the Angelos no longer are the majority owners of this baseball team. Like, it's finally over, it's done with, and we
Mhm.
now have a group that is literally going to make their best efforts to bring baseball back to Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, there was, at one point, I think a few days ago, I went onto YouTube and I looked up, who was it? Delvin Young, his bases clearing double against the Detroit Tigers, I believe in 2013. Oh my God, the crowd was electric. The camera was shaking. I was just like, holy shit! Baltimore knows playoff baseball.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the whole thing. Like, man, playoffs. Like, we're gonna pack the house. We're gonna show up, and we're gonna
You
show up
packed
big
the
time.
house and they made the camera shake in an outdoor stadium.
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's why that's one of the biggest things. Like, I have wanted Baltimore to host one of the drafts my entire life. Like I just one time. Like, could you imagine? Because if we held the draft and we got Major League Baseball to say,
Mhm.
hey, listen, for this week, no games in Baltimore. Have them play on the road.
Yeah.
And you have the outdoor festivities in Camden Yards all the way through. Like, mind you, it's just huge parking lots between the Camden Yards and M&T Bank Stadium. Like, every year they have AFRAM, they have festivals. Like, this is a huge space that they have that's available. That, I mean, literally, when you're talking about the draft and you're talking about doing all these things, like having all of this and then still have all of the parking, you have, the hotels, the casinos, all of that right next to it. So, I mean,
Jesus.
bringing in the draft, that would be
Mm,
epic here.
that, oh my God, it would be. Oh. All right. So we're going to stick on the subject of player because it is that time to play Name That Baseball Player. Now, this one, oh man, it's going to be a good one. Now, this man started his career off as a catcher and began his time in the league with the Red Sox from 1995 to 2001. After 2001, he would be picked up by the Oakland A's, where he played a role in helping the Athletics win 20 straight games in 2002. Unfortunately for Oakland, they would come up short that year in the playoffs against the Twins. Anyways, this player remained with Oakland until 2005. Then in 2006 would be a part of the Cincinnati Reds and would remain there until 2008 before calling it a career. Now, as I stated before, he started his career off as a catcher before being moved to first base when he arrived in Oakland. Now, this is the biggest clue and should be a dead giveaway because he was also mentioned in the 2011 movie Moneyball, where he was played by the same dude who played Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy,
I mean, I knew it was Hattenberg. Like,
Scott
I
Hatterberg.
yeah, I knew it was Hattenberg. Like, as soon as you said he went from catcher to first base, and then he was with Oakland, and it was like, yep, that was the Moneyball years with Oakland. So I'm like, that's got to be Hattenberg. And then
Yep.
you know what I mean. When you reiterated, I was like, yep, yep, yep.
He secured the walk-off home run to get that 20th straight win. Oh my God. I mean, like I said, look, Moneyball, in my opinion, is the best modern day baseball movie that I have ever seen.
All right. Bills took Coleman from FSU, wide receiver.
Ooh, okay. Well, now imagine, now this is assuming that he was part of the first line that should have played in the Orange Bowl against Georgia, but instead maybe he was part of the first line that decided, you know what, we're gonna sit out and watch our second and third string teams get decimated by 60 fucking points.
Ooh, Hayden Hurst is now on the Chargers.
Really?
Yeah. See, and old Andrew was flipping me off yesterday, banging the drum for motherfucking Hayden Hurst. But guess what? He ain't even on your team, boy.
I'm telling you, like right now, he's just more excited that the Falcons got MPJ. Of course, I don't blame him, but it is what it is. Man, the next few rounds for the NFL draft are going to be something to watch because, like I said, there is a diamond in the rough waiting to get picked for that team to take the next step forward and become a playoff contending, possible Super Bowl contending team.
Lad McConkey, wide receiver, Georgia, got picked by the Chargers.
The name sounds familiar.
I mean, yeah, he played for Georgia, little white guy, but
Oh,
I mean, dude's got some ups.
okay.
Dude's got some ups. Number 84 with he was with Georgia.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. I give it to him. Yeah, he does. He kind of looks like McCaffrey out there running routes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's got real quick feet.
Oh, so he's a wide receiver version of CMC.
Kind of. I mean, I don't want to give him that much credit already, but you know, that's what
look,
the tape
it's
looked
more
like.
so of his speed. It's
Yeah,
more,
that's what the tape looked like. Tape looked like he had good footwork and speed.
okay, for sure. I like it.
I mean, he attacked the ball in the air. That's what I like to see. I like to see wide receivers go get the ball.
Yeah, like jump up and go get it. Earn that fucking catch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn! He let that motherfucker out of his shoes. Oh shit!
Oh, fucking soccer.
Yeah, crispy. He is crispy with the routes.
Ooh.
My man cut twice on a dime and caught the ball between three guys.
Damn.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Oh man. Well, I mean, look, I wish we had some more people here today, but look, man, I want to thank you for coming on to the show. It was, as always, it is a pleasure having you on. And
oh, always, man. Always, man. I listen. This is one of the highlights of my week, man. Like coming on here talking shit and getting to talk sports and you know go back and forth a little bit. Like this is it's really exciting.
Oh, all right, man. Well, hey, have fun this weekend. Know your limits, but have some fun. And if you somehow end up in jail, establish dominance quickly.
I don't think I'll have that problem.
Anyway,
man.
Enjoy the weekend. Let's enjoy the draft.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Peace out. Oh my God. So the second rounds and further for the NFL draft have already started, and SmackDown starts in half an hour. I cannot wait to see what happens. But as I mentioned earlier in the intro, at the end of this episode, you will know whose game it is, with everybody saying, "No mercy, sports." I will see y'all next week.